Hi everyone, welcome to another weekly video message. For those of you who didn't know, my name's Dr. Jones, and I'm going to be walking you through this video message. So, here we go. How do we get students more engaged in learning? How do we really measure the idea that they're learning or understanding? So, how do they show us that? How do they prove that to us? And how do we attach learning to the real world? You know how we do that? We do that through choice. Now, for those of you that are wondering, what about the standards? What about the competencies? What about the rules that we need to have? What about those specific standardized measurements we have to meet? Let me tell you about something that happened this past week and semester. You see, our school put in place a civics course. We did that because it's tied to our values of students becoming civically active, becoming responsible citizens. And what happened was, at the end of the semester, the teacher, Mr. Rob Sensabella, decided that there needed to be an end of semester project. And so what better way to do this than to collaborate? He teamed up with Mrs. Suzanne Larson, our librarian and media specialist. That's right, I had to give them both a shout out. But they gave the students a choice as to what they wanted to do. That's right, they gave the students a choice. So those students decided they wanted to survey the freshmen in the high school to see how politically knowledgeable, aware, and active that they were. And what they had to do was they selected questions, because survey questions are not easy if you're doing them right. So they went through multiple iterations with the survey questions, kept some, threw some out, changed the language to others. Then they administered the survey. Once they administered the survey, they broke up into groups, took the survey results and analyzed them, and then broke them into certain topics that the survey questions fell under, and put together some information on a website and a PowerPoint and so forth to explain how freshmen think about politics in our high school. And the best thing about this was, well, there are a lot of great things about it, but one of the best things about this, being a perfect example of student agency, choice, and creativity, is that we all then went into the classroom while these students presented this website. That's right, they walked us through this website and explained the results. Now, they didn't just take the results, analyze them, and stop there. They took them, they analyzed them, and they were so transparent and honest with their analysis that they actually pointed out areas that they would do differently next time and explained where their own results, they didn't consider them valid because they should have asked things a different way. Now, if you don't call that attaching learning to the real world, I don't know what you do. And now, let's look at that whole real world piece. What did they do after they presented that website? They published it. That's right, they published it on the web to the whole world. Now, right above this video in my newsletter, you're going to see a link. I really encourage you to click on that link, because we're talking about students taking ownership of their own learning. And here's another fantastic part of this. I could just keep coming up with them, but I don't want to keep you forever. The class, when we talk about heterogeneous grouping and homogeneous grouping and what works better and differentiation and personalization and all that, this class has students ranging from 9th to 12th grade, kind of like the one-room schoolhouse type deal, and it has students of all ability levels. So this classroom, with all grades, all ability levels, took charge of their learning and showed their understanding because they were given the power to choose. They were given the power to unleash their creativity, because when you get creative and you're invested, boy, you become even that much more engaged. So kudos to the teachers, kudos to the students, and I believe, I know, we're going to see much more of that going on here at Seekonk High School in the future, because it was a great success. You all have a great weekend, and I am so grateful for you taking time to tune into this, and please check us out. We got a ton of good things going on here at Seekonk High School. Have a great weekend.